I gotta wrestle it from you. Let's wrestle. What we got to put on the boxing gloves. Let's put on the gloves. Like whatever we've got to do, it's worth it. Like when I look in the faces of my children, I could not look at them and tell them you can do anything you want to do and you can be anything you want to be while they watch me do nothing and be nothing.
Life is very short, way too short to be miserable and get up and drive to a miserable job that you hate every day. It's just, life's too short for that. Get up and go out. As long as you know what you want to do, you wake up every day grinding and just working toward that goal.
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable. You're paying a price by sitting there being miserable. And you might say, well, the devil I know is better than the one I don't. It's like, don't be so sure of that. The clock is ticking.
Yeah,
and if you're miserable in your job now and you change nothing, in 5 years you'll be much more miserable and you'll be a lot older.
And you can be so easily lulled into the idea that good is good enough, that feeling safe and comfortable is what you should always be looking for. That way of thinking, dead fucking wrong. I want you to start to create this mindset of taking risks and going big. Because the only constant in your life for the rest of your life is change. Take the biggest fucking risks of your entire life right now.
Starting tomorrow, what are you going to do that'll make a change in your life's direction? Now see, if you don't do something starting tomorrow that'll make a difference, guess what? It's gonna be the same. And see, that way you can guess what the next 5 years are gonna be like. Look at the last 5.
The people who go after that stuff, what makes it worth it? It's got to be your passion. You got to love it, ladies and gentlemen. You got to love it. It's got to be what you are supposed to do. You want to sing, and even though they want to invite you to Carnegie Hall, you're going to sing to anybody that listen to you, including singing to yourself. I used to talk to my plants when nobody else would listen to me. You got to write, even if no one published your book, write, because that was given to you to do.
There's so many different ways to be brilliant. I believe you and every human being is born with a masterful gift. Don't make the world make you feel that you have to look a certain way to be brilliant. And no, you don't have to speak a certain way to be brilliant. But you do have to spread your gift around the planet in a way that is authentically you.
You just do the work and you get there. The human mind, the human body, the human psyche is so pliable. You can literally become anyone and anything. Multiply that over time and experience, and don't quit even when it sucks.
Don't let life stop you from living life. All that you feel, all that you're carrying, all that you've seen, and make the decision that you're not gonna let life stop you from living life.
Work towards it. You have to do the work, and because you love it, it's not always gonna feel like work, but sometimes it is.
If people would just realize that happiness and joy and peace and contentment is on the other side of the feelings of power that you have over yourself whenever you take extreme accountability for yourself and your actions. Because one thing is for certain, we will get what we deserve. What we work for, what we don't work for, the corners that we cut, the things that we go above and beyond on, the discipline that we have, the choices that we make, we will get what we deserve.
The next year is going to go by whether you're doing something about your life or not.
Tony Robbins once said that it's incremental changes over the long haul, and the way you have to look at it is if these two boats are going in a parallel direction and one of them just shifts 5 degrees. Over the course of time, this boat is going to be in a far different place than the other boat that's going the same way it was always going.
The difference between a dream and a goal is a timeline and accountability.
One of the best ways to get things done is to write things down. Write down what you're trying to get done. Write down what you need to get done on a long-term basis and what you need to get done on a short-term basis. And write off a checklist. Force yourself. Be accountable.
Life's going to be weird for you. You're going to experience some pain. But eventually, if you stick it out and do something big, we're all going to read about it. Just want you to know about this. We're all going to read about it, whether it's in business, whether it's in sales, whether you're going to be somebody that your family's going to have the picture on the wall because you're the family that changed the entire legacy. either a community, a family, a generation, a city, a state, a country, a nation. The globe is going to find out about your story because people like you, don't know how to stop.
If you decide today that you're going to live every day like it's your last for real, which means have a conversation with yourself every night that, okay, that was it. May not be no more after that. And really count yourself every day like this could have been it. All right, before I go to bed, this could be it. All right, how's that looking? If you can do that, it'll change your life. You'll really start making decisions and living your life like this all you got, just this one day. But you could be a winner. You could be a winner on this day.